Hiya, my name's Jo, and last year I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I want to come on here to share my journey with you. So last year when I was on a holiday in Spain, I noticed in the mirror, maybe it was because I was somewhere else and not at home, I noticed that I got a slight dint in my nipple. I didn't think much of it, to be fair. It was so slight, I thought I was being stupid. So I come home and I thought maybe I should go to the doctors. So I went to the doctors, and I remember the night before I went to the doctors, my husband said to me, "What if it is something?" And I went, "It'll be nothing. Honestly, it'll be nothing. It'll be nothing. It's slight, it'll be nothing." I went to the doctor, she had a feel round, and basically she said she didn't think it was anything. She thought it was nothing to worry about at all. So, but she was going to send me on a 2-week wait for an urgent scan down to the local hospital. So about 3 weeks later, I got an appointment through. Went to get checked out, went into the consultation room, and she drew 2 round circles. So one here where the nipple was, and another one up here and one on this. So she says it doesn't matter, I do this for everyone. It could be nothing. It's just stuff I feel and we want that checked out. I was then sent through for a mammogram. The mammogram showed nothing. So that was good. I thought, you see, it'll be nothing. But they were going to send me for an ultrasound just in case. So went through to the ultrasound, and as soon as he started, he said, "I've found a mass." And at that point I thought, oh, right. Still thinking, well, it's nothing. And I remember speaking to the lady at the side of me, the nurse, and saying, "Oh, well, it'll be nothing. I didn't think it'd be anything." And she went, "A lot of people think that." So I went away from there thinking, well, is it something? They said they'd contact me within the next week. And at that point, I should have really thought, this could be something. But still, I rang my husband. I said, "Oh, they've found something." And I did start panicking a bit, and I thought, what have they found? So at this point, I was worried. Fast forward 2 weeks, and I went back for the results. So I went back for the results, and basically that was on the 25th of July 2024. And the surgeon I saw told me that they'd found a grade 1, which was good, which is grade 1, which means that the cells are nearer to your own cells. So it's a good thing. A grade 1 tumour is a good thing. Invasive ductal carcinoma, ER8, which meant it's hormone receptor positive 8, which is quite high, and HER2 negative. So that was on my right side, and that's what they'd found on the ultrasound scan. So the options were, at that point, he felt that I could have a lumpectomy because it was only 2 millimeters. Lumpectomy followed by radiation, which, you know, that's a good thing. So I wasn't going to have chemo or anything. So that was good. That was really good. That was a good case scenario for me. So I went away from there feeling positive. They wanted to send me for an MRI scan just to be sure of the size of the actual tumour. So I got in quite quick for the MRI scan, and I went there 2 days later, which was good because I didn't really want to mess about, and I wanted to know what was happening, sort of thing. So a week later I went back for the results, and the surgeon said, fortunately, the MRI had confirmed a lump in the inner aspect of the right breast, but there were also multiple satellite lesions, which meant that the overall tumour size had increased to 57 by 31 by 35 millimetres, which meant that breast conservation was no longer possible. That meant I couldn't have a lumpectomy, and that I would have to have a mastectomy to be sure that everything had been taken away. Absolutely floored. I was absolutely floored. I just thought, this is getting worse and worse. I just thought it was nothing. How can this have gone from being like nothing to being something so significant. So he gave me 3 options basically at that point. So my 3 options were to go flat, which I wasn't going to do. That meant I'd have one boob on this side and then flat on this side. I wasn't going to do that. And for me, and I know that a lot of women, and all power to them, absolutely, I take my hat off to every woman who's been through different journeys. Everyone has got a different tale to tell, and for some women, going flat is a great option, but for me it just wasn't, and everyone is different. But it was to go flat, or I could have a DIEP reconstruction, DIEP, which meant that's using your own tissue to reconstruct your breast. The tissue can be from your thigh. He offered me from my thigh, my back, or my tummy. It depends how much fat you've got around these areas as to what they can do it with. Or implant reconstruction. But they said that if I did have to have radiotherapy, so if they found that the tumour was any larger than they'd found here, that I'd got like 57 by 31 by 35, it would any larger than that, then they would have to do radiation. And if they found it in my lymph nodes also, they would have to do radiation, which would bear a negative impact on any reconstruction that I had done. So they then give me a book. Great, I've got a book. And in this book, there's all the risks of the surgery, all the risks. With every one of them surgeries, if you have radiotherapy, it bears a negative impact. So you're given a choice. You sort of, I said, well, what if I went flat first and then you reconstructed? That wasn't a choice. I had to either have the reconstruction at the time or not at all. And so I had to go away and think about it. So I was given a book. So I got the book. I was going to walk out of the hospital, and he said, oh, by the way, just before you go, can you go for some medical photography? And I went, okay, what's that? He said, we want to take a picture of how you look now and how you look from the side to see what we're going to do. And I went, okay. So I went up, I had to get kitted off, have my boobs taken a picture from the front, from the side, from another level here, from another level here. And yeah, in that moment I thought, wow, this is real, this is really happening. And I started getting really upset about it at that point. But I wasn't going to show my emotions because I'm just like that. I think, no, I'm positive. And I was very positive. And I walked out of the hospital and I'm saying to my husband, I'm fine. I can then tell you that I went home, I went out for something to eat, and whilst half eating this, it dawned on me, actually, I need to go home, I need to cry, I need to do this, I need to cry. And we walked down with one of my neighbours, and he just said something. He says, Jo, it'll be okay, you know. And as I got through it, I just wanted to cry, but I didn't want to show anyone I was going to cry, apart from my husband, he could see it. So I came in and I burst into tears, and then I said, right, I've done that now. I'm going to get on with it. I need to choose what I am going to do here, what's going to happen. So I went away that weekend with my son to the seaside, went to see a comedian, would you believe? Went to see a comedian, actually laughed and cried. I woke up in the middle of the night cried my heart out for no reason at all. I thought, what's going on? But it must have been subconscious when I was asleep. And after that, I've been all right. I've thought, right, okay, I've got to get on with this. So I made the decision on that holiday that I was going to have an implant reconstruction. and I was just going to do it. And whatever the outcome of the surgery, whatever I needed doing next, radiotherapy, if it bared a negative impact on the actual implant, then so be it. I'd deal with that at the time. But at that moment in time, I was dealing with what was happening, what I needed to do. I needed to make a decision for myself, and I did that. So, and I felt better once I'd done that, I'd made that decision. But what was going through my head at the time that they gave me all that information was, this was not meant to happen to me. I don't understand. I'm a fit person. I'm a marathon runner. I'm a kickboxer. I'm a personal trainer. I run my own online fitness thing. And I'm really fit. I don't understand how it's happened. I don't eat bad. We always cook. But what I've learned since is these things happen. These things just happen. You can be the best person in the world and do all the right things, but these things happen. There's millions of cells in your body, and it only takes for one little cell to go wrong, and that's what causes cancer. And that's it. It's nothing you've done wrong. It's nothing anyone's done wrong. It's a crap card that's dealt to you. I am 6 months post single-sided mastectomy. Brilliant. I'm back exercising, but on the other side, I've just had my ovaries removed. So that's on one of my next clips. I'm going to do another journey all about that. I'm going to tell you all about that and what to expect. And I'm going to do a part 2. My part 2 will be what happened then once I've made the decision to have the actual implant, what happened then. And I wanted to do this. And when I'd had the surgery, I took photos of everything. So I took photos of my boobs. I took photos of the bad things that happened, because it wasn't all plain sailing. I took photos of everything. So I've got all them photos to document this as I've gone along. I just wanted to help other people, because I had a friend that really helped me through this journey, who really helped me through this journey, who'd had a double mastectomy and had cancer. And I was able to message her, but I also know that a lot of people don't have that. So I'm doing this for all the people who wondered what happened. I mean, after the surgery. So I'm doing a whole vlog about it. So this is part 1. Tune in for part 2, and I will let you know everything that happened. I'll back it up with some photos that I've got. Please subscribe, and I hope you enjoy my breast cancer journey. And if I can help one person, that's great. Okay, bye.